Dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, pneumonia are bacterial diseases. Viral diseases are common cold, mumps, measles, viral hepatitis, dengue fever, chikungunya, chickenpox, poliomyelitis. Fungal diseases are candidiasis, athlete's foot. Protozoan diseases are malaria, amoebiasis, African sleeping sickness, cholera. Helminthic diseases are ascariasis, filariasis. Most of the bacterial diseases are curable, but all viral diseases are not. Some infectious diseases like AIDS may be fatal. Non-infectious diseases are not transmitted from infection to healthy person. In origin, they may be genetic, cystic fibrosis, nutritional vitamin deficiency diseases, and degenerative arthritis, heart attack, stroke, degenerative diseases. Non-infectious diseases, cancer is one of the major causes of death. Though the number of bacterial species is very high, only a few bacteria are associated with human diseases and are called pathogenic bacteria. Such pathogens may emit toxins and affects the body. Common pathogenic bacteria and bacterial diseases are given. Bacteria spread through air, water, or inhaling the droplets, aerosols, or even by sharing utensils. Stresses with an infected person. Typhoid fever can be confirmed by viral test. Viral diseases are the smallest viruses are the smallest intracellular obligate parasites which multiply within living cells. Outside the living cells, they cannot carry the characteristics of they cannot live. Then the viruses invade living cells, forcing the cells to create new viruses. The new viruses break out of the cell, killing it, and invade other cells in the body. Bacterial diseases in human beings are like dysentery, site of infection, intestine, plague, causative agent Yersinia pestis, site of infection lymph nodes, diphtheria, disease name, the scientific causative agent Corneobacterium diphtheria, site of infection larynx, skin, nasal and genital passage, cholera, uh, causative agent is Vibrio cholerae, and the infected region is intestine. Tetanus, name, bacterial disease name, causative agent is Clostridium tetani, and area of infection is spasm of muscles. Disease name typhoid, causative agent is Salmonella typhi, and the area of infection is intestine. Pneumonia, bacterial disease name, causative agent is Streptococcus pneumoniae, and the infection area is lungs. Tuberculosis TB, causative agent is Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria disease. It's an is causative region is lungs. Common cold is caused by more than 150 different strains of rhinoviruses. More than over their RNA gene keeps changing due to mutation. Hence, it is very difficult to prepare a common vaccine for the disease. Rhinoviruses cause one of the most infectious human ailment called the common cold. Viral diseases are generally grouped into 4 types on the basis of the symptoms produced in the body organs. Viral diseases in human beings. Common cold, causative agent rhinoviruses, site of infection respiratory tract, mode of transmission droplet infection. Mumps, causative agent mumps virus, site of infection salivary glands, it's virus. Measles virus is caused by rubella virus, and the region is skin and respiratory tract. Viral hepatitis caused by hepatitis B virus, and the region is liver. Chickenpox is caused by varicella zoster DNA virus, and the causative region is respiratory tract, skin and nervous system. Poliomyelitis is caused by polioviruses, and the causative region is intestine, brain, spinal cord. Dengue fever is caused by dengue virus, and the region is skin and blood. Chikungunya is caused by alpha virus, and the causative region is nervous system. Nipah virus is a zoonotic virus. transmitted from animal to humans and also transmitted through contaminated food. In infected people, it causes a range of illness from asymptomatic infection to acute respiratory illness and fatal encephalitis. Um, pneumo- pneumo- Pneumotropic diseases, respiratory tract influenced by influenza, dermotrophic diseases, skin and subcutaneous diseases affected by chickenpox, physiotrophic diseases, blood and visceral organs affected by yellow fever and dengue fever, neurotropic diseases, central nervous system affected by rabies and polio. Some common viral diseases of human beings are given. Swine flu was first recognized in 1919 pandemic and still circulates as a seasonal flu virus. Swine flu is caused by H1N1 virus strain. Symptoms include fever, cough, sore throat, chills, weakness, body aches. Children, pregnant women, and the elderly are at risk from severe infection. Protozoan diseases: about 15 genera of protozoans live as parasites within the human body and cause diseases. Amoebiasis, also called amoebic dysentery or amoebic colitis, and is caused by Entamoeba histolytica, which lives in the human large intestine and feeds on mucus and bacteria. Infectious stage of this parasite is the trophozoite, which penetrates the wall of the host intestine colon and secretes histolytic enzymes called ulceration, bleeding, abdominal pain, stools with excess mucus. Symptoms of amoebiasis can range from diarrhea to dysentery with blood and mucus in the stool. Houseflies acts as a carrier of transmitting the parasite from contaminated feces and water. African sleeping sickness is caused by trypanosoma species. Trypanosoma is generally transmitted by the blood-sucking CC flies. These three species of trypanosoma cause sleeping sickness in man. Gambinus gambiense is transmitted by Glossina palpalis CC fly and causes Gambian or Central African sleeping sickness. The Rhodians is transmitted by Glossina morsitans, causing Rhodesian or East African sleeping sickness. T. cruzi is transmitted by a bug called Triamegista and causes Chagas disease or American trypanosomaniasis. Kala azar or visceral leishmaniasis is caused by Leishmania donovani, which is transmitted by the vector Phlebotomus sandfly. Infection may occur in the endothelial cells, bone marrow, liver, lymph glands, and blood vessels of the spleen. Symptoms of Kala Azar are weight loss, anemia, fever, enlargement of spleen and liver. Malaria is caused by different types of Plasmodium species like Plasmodium vivax, ovale, Plasmodium malaria, and falciparum. The plasmodium lives in the RBC of human. Is in its mature condition. It is called trophozoite. It is transmitted from one person to another person by the female Anopheles mosquito. Plasmodium vivax is a diogenic parasite involving two hosts, that is man as the secondary host and female Anopheles mosquito as the primary. The life cycle of Plasmodium involves three phases, namely schizogony, gamogony, and sporogony. The parasite first enters the blood stream through the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. As it feeds, the mosquito injects saliva containing the sporozoites. The sporozoites within the bloodstream immediately enters the hepatic cells of the liver. Further in the liver, they undergo multiple asexual fission and produce mesozoites. After release from liver cells, the mesozoites penetrate the RBCs. Inside the RBC, the merozoite begins to develop as unicellular trophozoites. The trophozoite grows in size and the central vacuole develops, pushing them to one side of cytoplasm and becomes a signaturing stage. A trophozoite nucleus then divides sexually to produce the zygont. The large zygont shows yellowish brown pigmented granules called Schaffner's granules. The zygont divides and produces mononucleated merozoites. Eventually, the erythrocyte lyses, releasing the merozoites and hemoglobin toxin into the bloodstream to infect other erythrocytes. Lysis of blood cells results in cycles of fever and other systems. Approximately the occurring 48 to 72 hours or longer, depending on the species of plasmodium involved. The sudden release of merozoites triggers an attack on the RBCs. Sometimes merozoites differentiate into macrogametocytes and microgametocytes, which are ingested by a mosquito. When they are insected by the mosquito, they are developed into male and female gametes respectively. In the mosquito's gut, the infected erythrocytes lies and male and female gametes who fertilize to form a diploid zygote called ookinete. The ookinete migrates to the mosquito's gut wall and develops into an oocyte. The oocyte undergoes meiosis by a process called sporogony to form sporozoites. These sporozoites migrate to the salivary glands of the mosquito. The cycle is now completed, and when the mosquito bites another human, both the sporozoites are injected, and the cycle begins anew. The pathological changes caused by malaria affects not only the erythrocytes but also spleen and other visceral case. Incubation period of malaria is about 12 days. The classic symptoms first develop with the synchronized release of merozoites, hemozoantakin, and erythrocyte debris into the bloodstream, resulting in malaria paroxysm, shivering chills, high fever caused by setting fever, and chills are caused partly by malarial toxin that induce macrophages to release tumor necrosis factor and interleukin. Types of malaria: tertian vivax malaria, quartan malaria, mild tertian malaria, malignant tertian or quotidian malaria. Malaria can be complete with fishes such as gambusia, which feed on mosquito larvae. Preparations containing bacillus thuringiensis can be sprayed can be to kill mosquito larvae. In 1950s, the World Health Organization introduced the malaria eradication program. This program was not successful due to the resistance of Plasmodium to the drugs used to treat it and resistance of mosquitoes to DDT and other insecticides. Malaria vaccine is used to prevent malaria. The only approved vaccine as of 2015 is RTSS Mosquirus. It requires 4 injections and has relatively low efficacy. Due to this low efficacy, WHO does not recommend the use of RTSS vaccine in babies between 6 and 12 years of age.